Okay, we're gonna hopefully answer some questions here on some intake removal, some questions we have. So, on the questions of this, I've got here's the engine from the front, here's your EGR valve, here's your throttle body. Now, what I'll do, and then there's a metal plate over here that could be a real son of a gun that goes over the fuel rail to remove. Once I get this removed, I usually don't reinstall this metal L bracket. And then I'll take off the, most of these connections can't be interchanged. So that was the first connection. I mean, the first question, they can't be interchanged. They're pretty separate. So, here's your 2 heater hoses. But I'll leave the EGR on its metal pipe. I'll take these two throttle cables off with this bracket, take the alternator off, take a thermostat housing off after draining the coolant, of course, and leave that hose out of the way. Then I will let's go over here to the side view. Alright, then on the side, once I've got all that done, I'll pull the clips of the fuel injectors. Now, the fuel injectors and coil packs are both different clips. See, here's that EGR with that tube. I'll take this bolt out and this bolt out. I leave it sitting on the tube. You can wiggle the intake out the front and leave that there. Just you can maneuver enough to do that. And most of these connectors you should not be worried about interchanging. They should not interchange. If you're worried about crossing a coil pack wire, which is hard to do because you can see one and then two and then three and then four down this side. Same with coil packs. You can take some masking tape or scotch tape and label those where they go on. Same with your fuel injectors. And you're not going to be able to cross the fuel injector and a coil pack wire. It's a pretty simple job, really. Take your time. It's just time consuming. I don't use a quick disconnect to disconnect these because you have all this rubber here. And I just lay them off to the passenger side usually. Unless it's a newer car, then I'll lay them off to the driver's side because some of the newer ones came off the driver's side with the returnless fuel system. But I know Mustangs, I think, came off a different side, but town cars, Crown Vics, most of them came off the passenger side here. Two lines. I think up until like whatever year they did the returnless system. I know my 2010 has it. I don't remember what year they went to that returnless fuel system where it just has the one line. But that's all there is to it, and then just work your way down. You know, the biggest hurdle that I've had is that bracket on the passenger side, which is kind of a bugaboo to get to. I don't put it back on. I don't see a need for it. And then this, and then of course, just be mindful when putting it back together. It does torque into plastic, and that's about it. I hope I've answered some of your videos and some of the questions. I know I seen Unvaccinated had some questions, so I hope that answers a lot of them. But this tube here is kind of flexible. It goes down to the exhaust. Getting this big nut off of this is just almost impossible. I'm hoping that's what you're talking about. If you're talking about that L-shaped bracket on the passenger side, oh, that's just wrenches, quarter turn at a time. Take your time. That's all I can really say. But as far as connectors, you can see different from this one. Coil pack connector, injector connector. So, and most of them are going to be different. So, that's all there is to it. I leave the wiring harnesses here. Just kind of, I'll pull the PCU valve, and kind of pull the harness back a little bit. I leave them there. That works. It's easier, get you in and out of there faster. Anyways, I want to thank everyone for their comments, and thank everyone for liking and subscribing and all their support. Y'all have a wonderful day. Thank you.